Hi, in this video I'm going to just randomly tell you everything I have learned from making my first, let's say 10K per month. If you don't know me, my name is Elias, or you can just call me Eli. And to be honest, I wasn't always this guy filming videos out here in public in San Francisco, in Berkeley, because to be honest, I was still living in my parents' basement around 2 years ago, I think. Yeah. But yeah, I'm doing these videos because I want to share all the secrets I have learned from doing 200K per month without website, without brand, without actually being super, let's say, extrovert. Because back in the day I was super shy, I was super introvert. But yeah, I think that something I have learned lately is that number one thing when you're trying to make 10K per month is that it's all about the vehicle you're using. For example, when you're broke, you can't get a Lambo. So instead you need to find a better option, and like you need to think like what's the better option for you to choose when you don't have so much resources like I had. And I think for me it was pretty simple. I basically realized that okay, business requires risk, business requires capital, business requires a lot of different skills, experience, and that stuff. And I didn't even know that, because everyone, like all these gurus, had their ass backwards. They said that you actually need to start business, when in reality, you shouldn't start business. I think if you're a beginner, the last thing you should do is start a business. And because of that, for 5 years, I didn't make almost any money, and I just went into like 25K in debt. Yeah, like think about it, like 25K in debt, and you're thinking like, how did it happen? So it's actually multiple different things. So I listened to gurus about starting an agency and SMMA, and I went through their courses, but that didn't work. So then I tried dropshipping, and that thing, like I didn't find the winning product. Then I tried e-commerce, and then the e-commerce required too much capital, different skills, so they were not for me. And what I learned from this experience is that like you actually need skills and experience to start business, right? And then I tried also like trading and stocks. So in stocks, what happened is that I took my 5K student loan and my cleaner job in the hood, and all that income I put into stocks. First it was like super diversified portfolio, but then I actually changed the strategy, and I just put everything into Tesla stock. And then I saw the Tesla stock, and I basically started trading, because I realized that if you want to invest in the stocks, it takes a long time for you to see any noticeable results and to make any money. So what I actually did is that I just was like, I need to make money fast. So I started trading. So in trading, I actually made some money. I made 115 or 130 grand, around there. I need to fact check this. And then I basically lost everything. I mean, not everything, but like I got like 20K around there, 25K out. And I put that money into cryptos, right? And because I sold stocks and I took 25K out, right? I had to pay taxes next year, right? Next year. So what happened is, because of that reason, I had to, I'll tell you in a moment what happened. But in summary, what happened is that went to cryptos and actually made 185 grand in cryptos, right? Think about it. I made 185 grand in cryptos. But then I actually lost everything again. And I actually lost everything. I lost every single penny, like everything. Except like 5K, right? So then what happened is I got tax bill from stocks, because when you sell stocks, they see that you made money because you sold it and you took it to your personal bank account. So I got huge bill, tax bill, and then at the same time I borrowed from my friend cash because I needed help. Anything like Elias, like, what do you mean by that? And to give some context, what happened is that because I had 20K in debt, right? 20 grand in debt after stocks and after cryptos. Then what happened is that the reason I'm talking so slow right now is because like I didn't drink any caffeine, and I want to make actually perfect video for you guys. But what was the point? Yeah, so I basically was in debt for 20 grand, right? And then what I realized is that I had to go to army, because in my country, from Finland, you actually need to go to army, right? So in army I realized like I actually need to pay the debts because I don't want to pay interest. So when I got out from army, what happened next is, I think, pretty crazy. Is that like I was minus 20 grand in debt, right? I reached out to my mentor, asking what should I do, and he said to me, Elias, look at all the rich people in the world. Like, what do they have in common? I'm like, they're from rich families, because I'm from a broke family. So I was like, these guys are from rich families. Second thing I said, like, they're super like extroverted, like that, because like I was like super shy, to be honest. Like, you don't believe me, but like, I actually was. I was so shy that I actually, how I can tell you, basically, like, I actually worked in sales, like one day before that, and I actually got fired on the first day because I was so like shy and like scared of like rejection, that stuff. So I'm not like natural sales guy, let's say. I think this is my Uber. Hello.
Hi.
Elias.
Oh,
I don't have internet. I'm filming video right now.
I feel
You're turning. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
PIN number, please.
I think it was 0136.
One second.
0136.
Sorry.
0136.
Thank you.
Really?
Yeah.
It was correct?
Yeah.
You see, I how do you remember it, Yeah. Thank you very much. So yeah, we got like some stuff here. But yeah, what I was going to say, I think I was going to say something, interrupted me. Yeah, like here in Berkeley, like it's very hard to find the address here. But what I was going to say, yeah, so I asked him like what do they have in common? He said like, Elias, they're all good at closing like these sort of like elite deals, something like that. It's kind of like high ticket, but it's more elite. He said to me like, I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, what is high ticket? What is elite? What is like closing? He's like, it's kind of like sales, but it's not sales, because it doesn't feel like sales, and it's the opposite actually of sales. It's kind of like customer support, or kind of like consultant. And yeah, I was like, okay, interesting. I said to him like, will it work for me, because like I don't have any sales experience, and I actually got fired from my first day in sales job. He's like, Elias, like, what do you mean? Like, it works for everyone. So I'm like, okay. So basically what happened next is that I didn't start a business. And what I actually did was that I literally just went into like, I call it now, like it evolved. So now the new term for it is remote elite closing, and it's way different than the typical, you know, sales, or even, it's not even like, you know, like all these gurus are teaching sort of some type of thing called remote closing or remote sales or high ticket sales. It's very different compared to that. This is like the outside, this like 4.0 remote closing thing. It's like actually the new thing, and it's combination of all different sales industries, kind of like that, right? So I'm making video here, by the way. Yeah, so it's basically combined version of all different sales. I think I will go actually inside. I'll actually go inside. Yeah. But how it's different compared to normal sales is that the normal sales is usually like super aggressive, usually like kind of like slimy and that stuff. So this type of sales is just like, it's actually ethical. It's just like right way of selling, if I had to put it in my own words. But yeah, I think that's the new way of selling, in my opinion.
What happened? You didn't get it?
What?
You didn't get it long time?
No, I didn't get. I was filming video here, explaining.
No, I didn't.
No problem. No problem. Yeah, right now in Airbnb. Very good place here in Berkeley. And yeah, it's basically a new thing, and there's so much for me to discover about like US, because that's why I'm here, and that's why I basically got all these different books. Like, for example, there's something like this some book I found. I don't even know what it means, but like something like, I don't even know what it means, but like some interesting books are here, you know. Like there's some crazy books. I call them crazy books, you know, like this. And then there's some book called like, I don't know what is, like ideology or utopia, introduction to sociology of knowledge. I don't even know what it means. Sounds pretty crazy, but maybe it's not crazy. And I came here to US with like only this bag, the mobile bag, and I didn't even bring any clothes. And yeah, only like camera stuff. Basically, number one thing is like notebook, camera stuff. And yeah, let's see what I got for the food. I don't know if you guys care, but let's see. I think it's like, it says Elias. You see? Elias. Like, if you're asking like, Elias, what's your name? It's in Finnish, Elias. Then in Turkish, it's Ilias. And then in Russian, it's Ilyas. And then in English, it's just like Eli, Elias. But yeah, I ordered matcha, I think it was like matcha latte. Yeah, matcha latte. Okay. And I got some burger for breakfast. Burger. Yeah, let's try. This is actually so good. So double matcha latte. What else it has? And then some burger. I'll show you guys. So I'll take the lid off. Okay. Okay, 1 second. So you guys then. So here's the coffee. This is the egg burger. Egg burger. I will actually not eat that. I don't eat the bun. Never. There's some. Yeah, I don't eat that. Yeah. So, this is the burger. This is my early breakfast then. Yeah, this is my setup. Just this thing. In the basement. yeah, I think, if you enjoy this video, you can do whatever you want. Ideally subscribe, but yeah, I think you probably, if you didn't like this video, hit the thumbs down. And yeah, if you're elite like me, you always invest money in the highest leverage opportunities, and instead of like actually going to penthouse, actually lock into somewhere quiet where you can actually focus, like this place. Like this has a good setup, good good network connection, instead of being in a penthouse with shitty connection and like distracting views, because I have lived both, like different in different places. I have found out that the best place to live is actually somewhere like quiet where you can actually focus. And yeah, I think that's it. See you in the next one. And I don't know, if there is link in bio, click the link in bio. Okay.